One.
All right, Linda.
Okay. Tom Shiraw.
Yep.
Jason Whirling.
Here.
Sherry Waddington.
Yep.
Chris Mailing.
Here.
Annette Salette.
Here.
Barb Rose. Sean Coakley.
Here.
Dave Waddington.
Here.
Tondra Field.
Here.
Elizabeth Collins Fix.
Here.
Bernie Seiler.
Here.
Devin Johnson.
You will not be here.
And Larry Wren.
No. All right, looking over May's minutes. Any corrections, deletions? Not need a motion to approve.
I make a motion we approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Since we have no guests, this right move in no business. Sandra, summer break camp?
Summer break camp is going, we're on day 3 today, and we've been yielding an average of 75 kids each day. Salvation Army is the organization that feeds the kids today, so they, this camp, so they come to meals at noon, and then they go to Foxborough also, and then they also go out to Lions Park. Those are the 3 sites that they're feeding. Really good meals. Our camp lineup is really engaging with a lot of collaborations all week long, and then our staff is responsible for Friday, Fun Day Fridays. That's the wrecking crew. They are responsible for that day, and they've got some really good things planned. So we've been having a really good, real good turnout with this second annual summer break camp at Mills. I don't think I have anything else, because I'm tired.
Linda's had to shut her door over at Mills to get work done because it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They had
definitely.
chess today for the first time. We had like 10 kids in there for chess and dance. They played hockey. We had a lot of, it's been a packed overload 3 days. So, you know, stop over between 10 and 2. See the magic happen.
All right, Males?
Mills. A couple things. I have the revenue comparison. So, what's that? Oh. End of May. Is it you or me?
You're
Go ahead.
you're doing a great job.
He said
males.
I'm thinking he's saying Mills. Go ahead, Chris. I'm like,
Oh, I thought you said Mills too.
see, I don't
I thought he
do
said
that. I thought he said Mills.
Let's
I'm like, I wasn't even prepared.
let's just let Annette finish.
Go on,
Go ahead, Chris.
All right. A couple things, Amvet Sproul update. The playground structure is due to be installed hopefully in October. We're still waiting on, I mean, they have to make it, and we're having issues, well, everybody's having issues with it actually being worked on and created, and then the working around the different installation crews to make that happen. And then the score box and concession stand improvements are scheduled to start around Labor Day, but I'm going to check with LaMarcus and see when their season ends and see if we can expedite that and start it as soon as the season ends and get it done sooner than later. And then we still have fencing to put up around the new playground structure once it is installed. And then that'll complete the projects for this year. And then next year, 2024, we still have some big projects to do out there with potentially drainage, parking, and sidewalks, depending on where that ends up budget-wise. But that's the update for Amvet and Sproul Park. Any questions?
How many parks are being used right now?
They're using all 4, but one of them, Bernie, the T-ball is, I think, once or maybe twice a week. But usually it's only once a week that they do the T-ball on the north field at Sproul.
Okay. And the other 3 fields then?
The other 3 fields are used at least 6 days a week.
And those 3 fields The old AMVets in Sproul, two old AMVets and then Sproul, is that what it is?
It's the AMVET field and then the two new fields at AMVET's, the north
Two
and
that are
south
behind the
field.
fence back there.
Correct.
Nice. I went down there and checked that out. It's pretty good.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
We still have some work to do, but we'll get there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Now Mills Creek.
Now
Mills Creek?
Mills Creek. So I'm just going to piggyback off of what Chris had to say. Lamarcus actually had reached out to me and asked if there was a possibility if we could put a toy box out there. So we added a toy box out at AMVET's. So we put in hula hoops and various like toss across and types of things so that siblings could go ahead and have something to do since we didn't have a playground there. So that we kind of wanted to have them at least have something. So we placed that out there last Friday. So we took care of that. All right. All right, Mills Creek Golf Course. So a couple things. I have the revenue comparison for you. I have the rounds and the, all of those numbers. You will see that we've had, in May, we had a large increase in rounds as well as revenue. And this month, we are actually on target through today, we're at $22,000 in revenue. A year ago, we were at 11,000. So we've doubled our revenue from last year to this year. And we still are halfway through to date. So our revenue has been going well. I will tell you, we're getting a lot of new faces of individuals out there. We're getting a number of kids participating. There's a couple things. We are in our second week of golf camp. Last week had a full camp of 10. This week we have 7, and we already have 7 registered for next week, so we have a couple spots. We're also working with Perkins Township to put a youth tournament out. That will be in July, and I'll have that information. I'll forward that information over. Tuesday, it's July 25th, at 11 o'clock. We're doing 2 divisions. Middle school and high school, both boys and girls. Sean is sending me the link to all SBC golf coaches. So we want to send it out because it's technically the week before they start their season. So we're looking at doing, trying to resurrect the youth golf. What we're going to do with the middle school is I'm going to use orange tees, move them up probably 150 to 100 yards out so that we do make it obtainable for the kids when they participate. So that's coming up. So we have that. Today I met with ODNR and Erie Soil and Water. We talked about the areas between 4, 5, and 6 where we want to create the prairie area, pollinator, native species in there. And we've looked at another area, the triangle over between 2 and 9, which is kind of the dead space over there, that we want to look at possibly doing those plantings over there. So then that reduces the amount of mowing we're doing. ODNR is going to get me a plan. The first year is kind of to do it right. We basically are going to have to kill all the grass, and then we start implementing seed, native grasses, those types of things. We're working on some. I will have hopefully for you within the next couple meetings some grant money that's available to do this, so that we want to try to do it at no cost to us, that we can kind of go ahead and do that. And I know they have a wetland restoration grant, and then there's another one that they said that the gentleman from ODNR said he thinks we're a perfect fit for it, especially a golf course. He said typically golf courses don't do this. He said, but we're kind of unique that we're part of a city. So that's really promising. We are We met with Bree Homan from Erie Soil and Water yesterday, and she's working on the plan for the creek. So we're looking at some funding for that as well. There's funding that they can apply for that we can't apply for, so they'll be trying to access that money to go ahead and take care of the erosion that we have there. So these are all like really great projects. We're very excited about that. Upcoming this weekend, we have our senior and super senior championship. So right now, we have about 15 signed up so far, which is pretty good because they're all late, last minute Charlies. So we have that coming up, and we have put out the city championship forms. We have changed the format on that for this year. Typically, it was over a 3-week period. We've condensed it, so it's only a 2-week. So we'll do our qualifier on Saturday, July 8th. Sunday, the 9th, we'll go ahead and do our match play and our first round, our match and then our semifinals. So we'll whittle it down 16, then we'll go 16 to 8. The following Saturday, we'll do semis, and then we'll do finals on the following Sunday. So that was one thing that all the golfers had come and said, I think if you reduce it down to 2 weekends, you'll get more people participating. We already have signups for it, which is very unusual because normally they wait till the last minute. And we're now seeing a lot of the golfers who we anticipate registering are out there on the course. So that's another positive thing. And then we do have the last Sunday in July, we have our 4-club challenge coming up. So pretty busy. So things are continuing to July is pretty busy. We have a number of outings that we've taken. Victory Kitchen actually is coming out and doing an outing for us with us in August. So we'll once again host Sandusky Schools and St. Mary's. So we have the junior golfers out there already now practicing. So that's what I got for Mills.
Did it take the rain pretty well the last couple of days?
It actually was very good for us. We had no puddles, so it was wonderful. So we had 1.5 inches the first day, and we had about 3/4 of an inch yesterday. So it has done a world of good out there. We're still waiting on the part for the switch for the irrigation system. That is supposed to be in by the end of the week.
I will say, in that, kudos to you. I ran into 2 of the parents who have children in the golf camp, and they're very happy with the camp. So kudos to you and the instructor.
Yeah, Dave Calatrulio, who is Sandusky's golf coach, has been doing this camp for a long time.
All right, moving on. Jason, that's for you.
Yeah, I wanted to come to the rec board with a set number we have a good agreement, or I guess we're in a good place with Shores and Islands on trying to get a host fee for the Crappie Alliance for the 2024 tournament, which isn't until October, so we are still really early on asking and having that set up, but there's still some back and forth with the tournament itself on what they're looking for monetarily, so I'll come back when I have that set amount. I thought I'd have it by today, but we weren't able to touch base with them. But I will say that we had our first track meet, Mount Collins track meet, and it was in the paper Tuesday, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more participation, but I think all the kids, I wasn't there for the end. How did it go with?
Oh, fine. The kids enjoyed it.
Yeah. So we're hoping for more people, so it's a little busier out there. And that's always good to have that. So we're looking forward to that for next 3 weeks. And we had our first gazebo concert too that was postponed, or not postponed, but moved to Zion Lutheran Church last night because of the rain. We like Monday and Tuesday rain.
What are the dates for the track meets again?
Sorry, Monday.
Mondays
in June. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mondays in
And July
June.
12th.
And
No, July what? July 3rd.
July 3rd. Yep.
So every Monday between now and July 3rd.
Okay, good, got it.
Bringing the grandkids?
I'm sorry?
Bringing the grandkids?
No, I just wanted to come out and maybe help out.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, Chris.
Recreation Center update. First of all, I want to thank the schools and Mr. Coakley for really helping push out the survey and all of you sitting around the table. We had over or close to 3,000 responses to the survey. So our consultant is very happy with that, and so is the commission and the staff that's working on the rec center in particular. So thank you for that, and thank you for pushing that, and to all the residents and those in the area that filled out the survey, we want to thank them as well. Just this past Monday at City Commission, the commission voted to move forward with placing or moving forward to contact the county in regards to putting a levy on the ballot in November, an operating levy for the recreation center. And then on the 10th, they'll officially vote to place it on the ballot for the November election. On June 26th, we'll have a presentation made to the City Commission from our consultant, Brent Caro, and in that presentation, they will talk about potential sites, and we've narrowed it down basically to 3 locations, and it's all potential. I use that word several times. Nothing's been set in stone, but we do have it narrowed down to 3, and then obviously when we get closer to the November elections, we'll have a definite site picked out and put in place so that we can go out and talk to our residents about the levy. They've made it quite clear, Mr. Waddington, you could feel free to chime in here. They made it quite clear at the commission meeting that, we do need to pass this levy in order for us to move forward with building the recreation center.
Yep, I think most of my colleagues feel that way. I think it'll pass easy, in my opinion. I definitely support it. With Cedar Point paying for the building, this is just going to be for maintenance, upkeep of the building. So I don't know the millage yet, because that's coming off the library tax. It sunsets the end of the year, and then we would pick that up for the maintenance of the building.
Yeah, so it should be the same millage, which I believe is 1.26, if I remember
I'm going to wait on
correctly.
Mr. Jeffries to get the exact, because
Absolutely.
none of us at the table were just guessing, and I don't want to say something and be wrong.
Right.
Will
But
any of the
it-
rec board ever be involved in helping make decisions?
As far as,
Like
Dis-
locations or what they're going to do, what they're building or anything?
so we had the presentation here at the rec board meeting. Nancy was out here and asked for your guys' input, especially on, programming and what amenities they would like to see at the rec center. So you had a chance for input on there at that meeting, and then the survey as well.
I just meant like a couple be a part of that.
A part of,
Yeah. Decision makings, hey. what do
as
you
far
guys
as,
think about
as far
this?
as
Is it
what
just strictly
programming.
up to that company to decide what we're doing?
No, the decision will come down to the commission will help decide on where the location will be. Other questions? It's moving along. I love it. We're fast and furious right now, but it's all good.
All right, anything else in our old business? Not, move on to new business. Sandra?
So Juneteenth is Monday, June 19th. There are 2 other celebrations in the city. On Saturday at the Nehemiah Center, there's a Juneteenth celebration. I think those hours, I think they have a flyer somewhere, but me and Jason were on the radio. We did a radio spot, and they'll be speaking about that, and you'll hear it on Friday. So Nehemiah Center is Saturdays, and then there's one on Farwell celebration, and that is on Sunday. So Saturday, Sunday, and then the city's Juneteenth celebration is on Monday, and that starts at noon. We will start out with, we have some vendors and some food trucks, and we'll start out inside the pavilion, creating some make and take bongos that Mr. Craig, Dr. Craig Woodson will be coming and helping us create. Every year he creates a different type of drum. This year, along with the African drums that he always brings, we'll move to the north end of the pier. Hopefully that is still good, I believe, and do a big drum circle. And that gives us a chance to get out of the pavilion so that the band can come in and do their sound check, because we do have an awesome tribute band that'll be coming on stage that evening, the Shining Star Earth, Wind, and Fire Tribute Band. Between 1 and 6, that's the opportunity for our participants to go visit the vendors, listen to some good music with DJ Lee Groove, go to the food trucks. There's a Sandusky Library has a Black History specific to Sandusky walk yard signs that are going to be, I don't want to call them yard signs, they're panels. And there's, we got 4 new panels this year, and I don't know what they are yet, but those will be landing on the pier, I believe, on Friday. So you can get a sneak peek of those before Monday. What else is there? We have some local talent that's coming to the stage I'm really, really excited about for Sandusky City Schools. Excuse me?
Fireworks.
Wait, we ain't there yet. So yeah, the local talent is the Sandusky City Schools a cappella choir led by Miss Carrie Hill Leach. And they are going to be singing, I forgot the name of the song, it's on the flyer. Something about changing the world, and that's what we want. That's what this
I'm trying to pull up the flyer so I can send it to the rec board members while we're in here.
And then we have Tajay Rivers doing Ain't Nobody's Business by Billie Holiday, and then we have a local mime praise dancers, and then that's when Dr. Craig Woodson will take the stage and do his reconciliation presentation, which is awesome. If you get a chance to go on NPR on the Woodson story, it's about 35 minutes long. Listen to that. It's dynamic. I mean, anybody that's going to be sitting out there on the lawn watching this will be moved by what he brings to the stage. And then after the band plays their wonderful music from the 70s and 80s, we have the fireworks. Oh, that makes me so happy. So the Juneteenth fireworks are really is what's going to seal this event, and I'm pretty excited about that. So shout out to the Hogan
For Love with
Foundation,
Love.
For Love with Love, the Firelands Auto Group, and the fireworks stores.
Sandusky Fireworks.
Yep, and I'm excited about that. Those start at 9:30, so. Extra Street Pier, June 19th. It is a federal recognized holiday. I just found that out.
I will send everyone a flyer, version of the flyer.
There's a press release that went out. Did it go out?
Yep.
Yep, press release went out. Check Facebook pages. It's gonna be pretty cool.
All right, moving on. And that touch truck.
Touch a Truck, Tuesday, August 1st. We will be back down at the Paper District Marina all the way through Water Street like we had did last year. On Water Street, the fire department will anchor us up there. We will place in the parking lot right at the corner of,
Decatur.
yes, Decatur. And I can never remember that one. We'll put all our vendors back there. They were very happy there. They didn't have to climb the hill, so that was a good thing. We kind of kept everything on that lower level. We right now are working at securing all of our police. Last year we had an overflow of cars and we were trying to place them, so we're trying to get a better, more accurate count so we can place them. Currently, we have about $5,000 in donations, First Federal Credit Union, Hurricane Transport, Family Health Services, Ohio Edison, and BCSN. So those are our sponsors right now. So we will be taking a look at getting some giveaways, et cetera, those types of things. We will be purchasing a new Chase and
Marshall?
We're getting new ones.
A new Chase
A
and
new
Marshall?
Chase and Marshall,
All right,
yeah.
You got Rubble still?
Yeah, Rubble's not bad shape. We're looked
Okay.
at Rubble. He's pretty good. And
Okay.
we may get a Sky too. We're looking at a
We need to
Sky.
get Sky.
Yeah, we thought so. So we will also be doing that as well. So that will be 4 to 9. Will be down there. We will have, we have confirmed, Forestry Division will be down there, sewer, water, and obviously our Parks Division will be down there as well. So we're going to have them down there. So we're going to showcase some equipment, et cetera, have people come down. So we will be sending out, we'll be looking for volunteers again. Volunteers, we went again and have secured Super Games, who we have not used in the past. So Super Games is already booked and they will be there. They'll do a canine demo and yeah, that's coming quickly. Food trucks, we'll have those all down there as well.
Is
Yes.
Bree going to be doing the soil and water? I thought that was interesting, runoff,
Yeah.
gray water.
Yeah, they will be there. Erie Metro Parks will be there again, where they brought in their Now trailer. They're coming back. So, yeah, we're getting a lot of, we have the express bubble trucks coming.
Oh, yeah, Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, so they're coming. So we'll have the bubble machine there.
Fun.
So, yeah, so. Anybody, we are going to really cut it off this year. In the past, we were allowing people to come up like by Friday. We need to really get our map set. So we've got to get those people set with registrations. So I've done another push to any individuals who have participated in Touch a Truck for the last 3 years, because I can pull them up in our system to get them to register, because we do have to cut it off because it gets too crazy when they're trying to come in and getting an accurate map out. So we'll be doing that.
Okay.
Questions on Touch a Truck?
Safety Town?
Safety Town, once we finish Touch a Truck on that week, the following Monday, August 7th through 11th, we did extend it a day, so we've added one additional day, thanks to Sandusky Schools. We will be transporting the groups to the high school. That will be their bus safety component. From the bus safety component, they will then use the pool, and that will become their water safety component, where the fire department will actually have the firemen in the water, so they will talk about rescues that way. We just felt hands-on was better, so we reached out, and the schools were very gracious enough to let us go ahead and use that. So we will be adding that. With the addition of those two things, we'll be able to do an extra day on Safety Town as well. So we're pretty excited about that.
Isn't the age different? Is it something different?
We're trying to
with
do, well, what we did last year, we did 4, 5, and 6 years old. We're really trying to focus on Safety Town is for kindergarteners, those entering kindergarten, and technically, Safety Town is a one-time thing. It's not a multiple. They can't go every single year, obviously. Unless there are certain circumstances, if an individual feels that their child would benefit because maybe they cried the year before and didn't make it through, that we're allowing them to participate again. So we just want to make sure that we're allowing everybody to participate that wants to participate, who has a chance at first. We have received the funds from Whiteman Weber, so it is called the Whiteman Weber Safety Town. So we will be going ahead and purchasing some supplies that will have their recognition on that as well.
Was that 10 grand, wasn't it?
10 grand
Okay.
for 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's 10 a year.
So we do have the bike helmets, which we actually will be, we received the bike helmets from American Pediatrics. We will give out 110 down at Touch a Truck as well. So we have 110, we have bike helmets for, that are purchased through the grant for Safety Town, and then we do have some left over that we had written the grant for last year for Bike with the Blue. So that program is back, and we will be working with that. The first one is the 23rd.
I just saw the flyers at Mills.
I know, it's, I think it's next Thursday. They will be starting at Strobel,
Yep, starting
and then
tomorrow.
they'll come to Mills, at the rec center at Mills. And then I think then they will we'll distribute that. They do have bikes donated, so they have bikes that will be raffled off that day as well. So we'll participate with that too.
Was that information on the website too?
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
it is.
And probably maybe if I could, in the minutes or moving forward, when we mention Safety Town, the agenda probably refer to it as
Whiteman Weber.
Safety Town.
Point taken.
Take that notation.
That's a real positive that people that know the history of Whiteman Weber, it's right in the wheelhouse of
It is.
what Whiteman Weber stands for, and it's a great connection there. It's really neat.
It is a good partnership.
All right, Jason.
We have fishing on Sunday, on Father's Day also, so if there wasn't enough going on, I believe the Elks have their fishing event Sunday morning, and then we have the Take the Kids Fishing event Sunday afternoon with lunches provided by Port Sandusky. Hoping that Father's Day we'll get a few kids out there for that, and maybe we've talked about next year maybe combining the event somehow, just to make sure it's not bad to have a whole 8 hours of fishing throughout the day, but having two on the same day could draw from either. So that'll be the Shelby Street Boat Launch. We also have a fishing tournament that'll be here Friday, Saturday. The King Cat USA tournament is starting on Friday. So you may see some more professional-looking boats going around town. And when Towndra and I were on the radio, we've also mentioned Movies by the Bay, so you'll hear that brought up on Monday as well. So Movies by the Bay starts Monday, June 26th with E.T. If you'd like to volunteer and plant some geraniums with the kids, we're letting some volunteers come out and help do that. Geraniums are because of E.T. and the flower that was in the movie, and we're just trying to do little extra things on each movie night. So come on out for Movies by the Bay. And that's info is at the bottom in our volunteer opportunities. That's all I have right now. I mean, there's plenty going on, but all I'm going to bring up.
Anything else?
Just a quick question maybe for Chris, because I know obviously with commission voting, put the levy on the ballot this November, correct?
I'm sorry?
The levy for the rec center operations would be November, right?
Correct.
And then when do they anticipate, they being whoever, finalizing the site? How do those coincide time-wise?
The site will be selected prior to the November election. Yeah.
Can I interject here? You know, you have early voting too, so don't wait till the end of October to announce it when half Sandusky pretty much early votes.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's great.
You know,
Very
get
good
that
point.
Mailer out, so I would have that in place. I would back up at least 30, maybe 35 days.
Yeah,
I agree.
kind of the target time might be the end of September, would be probably great, because you're right, there's so many people taking advantage of early voting.
We hope to have it actually earlier than that.
That'd be
but
great.
Yes, absolutely.
Just for curiosity factor, but, you know.
Yes.
You probably know right now.
No, thank you, that makes sense, that was obviously what my.
No, thank you for the question. I appreciate it.
That's all I have, sir.
Anything else?
I just think I think now that we're a Parks and Recreation Division, I think we need to recognize our our Parks Division because they are doing a lot of great things out in the field. We had Brian Camp and the grounds guys were over at Pipe Creek widening the path, doing some things there. Scott James did a yeoman's job of getting AMVETs put back together so that we could play a game. And, then we have our downtown public realm guys who are working, that crazy schedule of weekends and, 11 to 7, so that we have all of these things covered. And I think we really need to recognize them and all the great things that they're doing. And they have done, as we've come as one, I think they have really grown together, and we really have formed a really great team with this new division, and I think we just need to go ahead and recognize them.
And we just got a little bit bigger, so maybe an update on that. So and I don't know if we need to change this to a Parks and Recreation Board, or if that's something that we should talk to law about, as far as we're not just recreation, we also have the parks underneath this as well. But yeah, we are, as of right now, we have our grounds crew, which is led by Brian Camp. We've got our greenhouse crew, which is led by Amy Wyatt, and she's got Matt and Doug working with her. And then Scott James is now our foreman of public realm and facilities. And we've got Eric Cromer and Kevin Fitz, who work as part of sort of our public realm crew. They're working the weekends. And then now we'll have one more position underneath Scott James for facilities, which will be announced here pretty soon. So we'll have, I've kind of joked about it at another meeting that we had, that we went from probably the smallest division of one, when I think many of you were on the board and Victoria was the recreation superintendent, to during the summer, we're probably one of the largest divisions in the city with our part-time and seasonal staff. So it's something where, yeah, it'd probably be good to have some updates on what everyone's working on. I know we've had a lot going on, so that's why there's probably not a lot coming from me on this agenda as far as, some of that management, and then that's taken on grounds and it's been doing a great job with getting those guys out to what they need, and we've had some really good synergies with the golf course. I mean, people are saying how great the golf course is, and it's not only reflective in just going out and seeing it, it's reflective in the numbers and the people that are using it. So it's been a trying year of putting this all together, but I think we're heading in the right direction, and we've got the right support with all of you here and the right staff in place to. Who knew we'd be talking about, rec centers and everything, all the facilities, and then also
It's exciting time.
yeah.
What's the new position?
It's under having facilities
Facility.
with Scott James.
Yep.
Will you be revising a contact list of people to contact whenever there's a problem or something?
Yes, we're working with, and for when they're happy about stuff going on too, we like those calls too. But when the park is clean, we like those calls. But yeah, we're gonna have that go out citywide for our employees, and then have a contact number set up. So when people have, and our website will be updated too. So when there's an issue with anything park related or facility related, they know who to call.
It's good, because I didn't know who to call about some problems that are out on Pipe and Rhodey in that area. And it's about the property, the grass and all that, where they've been doing all that work. I didn't even know who to call. I mean, I can call Kathy and ask her.
If it's more like streets, then that would be Public Works and streets and utilities. Yeah. If it's a park property, then yeah, you're calling us.
I like this. Sean, the pool is the common, all of us that sit at the table on Monday nights, we're getting asked out publicly about it. I attended the meeting at Toffs with, Ned, you were at that meeting, Tom Sherrod was there, and it's like, I think somebody's gotta come up with some formula to let everybody, what the heck's going
I
on?
will certainly share that with the superintendent, and, I know giving updates as they have them. They're obviously revising plans and trying to make sure they stay within the budget for the next bid. But right now, I personally don't have anything to share. I mean, that comes out of the superintendent's office, but I can certainly share, the people want to know. You know,
You're probably hearing it then too, right?
a little bit, yeah, people ask. Yeah, people ask, but I mean, everybody wants to know. It's an important project, it's a big project. And I think right now they're just trying to get all their ducks in a row so things can move forward very soon. Very soon, I know, is the goal. To really
Did anybody attend Tofts last night? The superintendent was at Tofts at 6 o'clock last night.
Blue Street Connect? There's a
Yeah,
Blue Street
last night
Connect, I'm
at
not sure.
Tofts.
Yeah, I did not.
But I didn't even see anything on Facebook. Usually, Mr. Ramler posts stuff on there in the meetings. Okay. All right, thanks.
Anything else?
Is this, are we under open?
Yes.
I just have a question on how we get the information out to the schools now. Are we not doing that at all?
We've done it digitally as of recently, but we went away from, I think it was pandemic time when we went away from the cost of printing out the big guides anymore. We still at least put together,
Programs?
what's that?
Do you think that's hurting the programs?
I don't know. I know we didn't see as many at the track meet that, you
And
know, we
mine-
had hoped.
yeah, My numbers are way down.
Okay. I think we're kind of lacking a little bit in the marketing of things right now as we're in this transition. So that's where we've, you know, boosting on Facebook, even just a regular, I mean, that brought up that a week ago, like, did we put out all the programs on Facebook? And she had just done it. So I think even making events for some of our programs, we haven't been doing that. So yeah, that's something where we're going to do better on that. I know when we were in Bowling Green at their rec center, I looked for their special events guide or their summer fun guide, and it was a piece of paper with a QR code that took you to their program page, and that was, you know, just to go sign up. So that's something where we can improve on, and we talked even last Monday on how we can get a
'Cause
boost
I know,
out there.
I tried to tell the kids about, or my parents in my little tiny tot class, about the track meets, and I'm like, it's this date, this date, and this date, but I don't have any information on you. Go to their website. But a lot of people don't have Facebook, or, you know, like, they're like, look on Facebook, because whatever. I think we're missing a lot of kids.
One of the things we could do, Jason, I think is very similar to the survey, you know, use some of those same marketing tools that whatever documents, you know, we have, or schedules you have, or events that are upcoming, obviously, especially when the predominant audience is going to be our students, you know, we're going to be more than willing to push that information out and share it in multiple formats. So, yeah, I mean, anything we can do to help with that, I think, obviously, we're going to be open to.
Right.
Everything from putting it through Class Dojo, where the young kids' parents see it, to our different Facebook pages that we have associated with the schools, the Booster Club, or what have you. So, I mean, that's one way. I'm very much a proponent of trying to go as much paperless as we can. That doesn't mean we don't have posters with QR codes and things like that, where, you know, a kid, a good target's like right here at your door, near your office at school, you know, or in the cafeteria, where a kid or a parent sees a QR code, you know, summer camps or whatever the case might be, we want to advertise, you know, we have the ability to put those up.
Yeah.
If that helps.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as it has been in past years, whenever we get bogged down with a lot of other things that are going on, we tend to not think about the marketing as much and get the marketing and the word out. So that's one of those things that we'll definitely improve on, and, you know, working also with Tom Horseman,
Right.
who does the marketing and communications for the city, so.
So would you direct us to go through KK?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Muratori, yeah.
Yeah, to their office. Same
Absolutely.
exact.
Okay.
And-
Chris, that you took with the other stuff, those are the
Gotcha.
steps. Through Mr. Moratori's office and through KK Poo's office.
Do they
Okay.
tend to send out summer emails during the summer to theirs?
They can. Again, some of the stuff that they share out electronically, I don't necessarily see.
Yeah.
Or know, because it doesn't come to me, but, you know, honestly, those, KK is gonna be probably your best resource to know, what we can do and what's easiest to do in a timely way. Even if you wanna do another push for programming, for said program, et cetera, let people know between now and, you know, maybe again, next Monday. You know, and I know Barb, your class is working sessions too, where there's
Right.
2 or 3 week timeframes. So I mean, yeah, I would contact her, and anything you want to share with her, she can tell you what she's able to do.
Because we also want to share what you guys have going on too with elementary athletics. and-
We're pretty full.
Oh,
We got a
okay.
few openings, different camps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we share that stuff out, and it's always good to give one more push.
Yep.
Let people know.
Even Jason, maybe even go with WLEC with Troy in the morning,
Yep,
or with Brian in the paper.
Yep.
Controller.
my spot's open on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock, sir, if you'd like to go.
I'm just saying, give the week.
No, in all seriousness, because a lot of, one of the reasons we continue to use WLEC in the morning is the patronage that station has is
Absolutely.
really strong. And to share that message out, there's a lot of folks that listen to that are parents, grandparents, et cetera, but they pass the word out.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's one more avenue of communication that newspaper, a QR code, a Facebook post, the radio.
Right.
Shotgun approach, so to say, you got a good chance of finding them somehow. So, yeah,
Definitely hit whatever access we can.
sounds good. I make a motion to adjourn.
A second.